A new study is highlighting the types of risky gatherings that can result in children and teens getting the coronavirus, and it shows most exposures might not be happening at school. The University of Mississippi Medical Center conducted this study with the CDC. They surveyed patients younger than 18. They all had tested positive for COVID-19 in emergency departments and outpatient health facilities over 3 months. They found compared to children who tested negative, those who tested positive were more likely to have visitors at their home or attended small gatherings. Parents or guardians of the children who tested positive were also less likely to report wearing masks at those gatherings. We've seen this same point echoed by local health officials and school administrators. Earlier this month, Cobb County schools went virtual for the rest of the year because of a rise in COVID-19 cases in the community. County health officials said they did not believe the virus was spreading rapidly inside the school since the district requires masks. Students who chose in-person learning in Cobb will head back next semester.